Hey Bears fans, before we get into today's episode, I want to know from you guys first, what do you like about this show the most? Maybe you like everything, and if that's your answer, just type everything. Do you love the Smokin' Jays? Do you love the audience interaction when we ask you guys questions? Maybe you like our weekly live shows on Tuesday. Whatever it is, we want your feedback, so I'm looking for a few hundred comments on today's video. Let us know what you like about this show, and this will be the pinned comment, so just reply right there and go ahead and let us know. You're watching Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, with today's video. And we got to talk about Justin Fields. I'm not repping his jersey for no reason on today's video because, hey, he threw a football camp over the weekend, and I think he really likes Chicago. Why? For Smokin' Jays, because he did say it himself that he loves the city of Chicago, at least so far. I did mention that. Held a youth football camp up in Columbus where he played college ball at Ohio State. And, of course, media members were there. Spoke about a lot of things, including the camp itself, how he's enjoyed working with these kids and whatnot. But also, he spoke highly of the organization and the city of Chicago as a whole. He seems to have fully embraced being a Chicago Bear. He seems to fully have embraced being the face of the Chicago Bears, which is not easy when he hasn't even taken a snap with this franchise at this point in time. Here's a quote from Justin Fields directly. "I love it in Chicago. I've only been to Chicago before I got drafted one time, and I really wasn't in the city. The city is nice. Of course, the fan base is really crazy about their Bears. Definitely feel the love from the fan base. The coaches are great. Everybody's great at the organization. I'm definitely excited." You love to see it because, hey, what did we talk about after Chicago drafted Justin Fields? He's got the opportunity to come in here and change the direction of and really just the opinion of what this team can be, because they've never been able to have a legitimate franchise quarterback. Now, that doesn't guarantee that Fields is going to be great, but what have we said the last couple of months? His attitude, his work ethic, everything you want out of a rookie quarterback has held firm so far, that and even more. He's showing up early to rookie minicamp. He showed up 2 weeks early ahead of actual training camp coming up here in just about a week or so. Justin Fields continues to do and say all of the right things, which should make Bears fans very, very excited as we shift into the regular season and obviously the preseason even before that. So I'm very pumped up about Justin Fields. More on this in a minute, but first, want to know, do you guys bet on football? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Producer Sam is a major football gambler, just sports gambler in general, and I want to just gauge the audience. Do you bet on football? Let us know down in the comment section. Simple Y, simple N, yes or no. Obviously, when it comes to Justin Fields, you can, go bet on him to win Rookie of the Year if you want. I think he's going to be really good. I'm excited about him. He's excited about being here, and that is really, I won't say half the battle, but maybe 30% or so. If you're not excited about the team you're playing for, the chances of being great are not that good. That's why the drama in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers is such a sticky situation, because if he doesn't want to be there, then that's a problem in itself. We know how great he is, but Fields wants to be in Chicago. He's got all the tools to be great. I believe he's got the right head coach in Matt Nagy, although we'll have to wait and see if that can play out. The hype train is real. It's epic. It's fun. It's exciting for Bears fans because, we've been trying to get hyped about Mitch Trubisky for the past 4 years, and obviously that did not work out the way that Bears fans wanted it to. I think it will with Justin Fields, and if you keep saying and doing the right things and being a positive member, of the city of Chicago as well, that would go a very, very long way. Now, I want to know, and maybe the answer is Mitch Trubisky, who's the last player you were this hyped for? Get your votes in down in the comment section. Was it Trubisky? Was it a different player? Was it, I'm trying to think, Jay Cutler? I mean, when was the last time you felt this hyped for a Chicago Bears player? And if it was no one, just type no one down in the comments. Now, I'm repping my Justin Fields jersey. I went with the orange, and hey, we got him available right here, chatsports.com/Fields1. But I know some of you guys are like, I don't like the orange. It's the alternates. They don't wear those that much. I'm a fan of them, but also love the white ones. Almost copped this one as well. You can get it at that same link, chatsports.com/Fields1. You can get the navy ones as well. Maybe you're on a lower budget. If you are, you can get the jersey there, just the t-shirt jersey. They're a lot cheaper than the actual jerseys. We also got the workout hoodies as well. It's all at that same link, which will be in the comments. It'll be in the description. It's chatsports.com/Fields1. Get yourself some Justin Fields gear today. And hey, I recommend the jerseys, Nike Authentic. They're shipping right away. chatsports.com/Fields1. Let's continue our Bears rumors roundup here. Matt Nagy, is he bringing hope to the Bears for the 2021 season? I'm actually going to give this one 3 smoking J's. So our friends over at Bleacher Report did one of those articles that they do all the time where they say, one thing for each team, insert whatever the topic is. This one is reason for optimism for every team. So I just assumed it would be about Justin Fields. They actually mentioned Matt Nagy and said, hey, while the offense hasn't been great and he's an offensive-minded guy, you can't argue the results, which I thought was a very good point. He's made the playoffs twice in 3 seasons despite not having his quarterback in place, having to play guys like Trubisky, Nick Foles, and Chase Daniel at times as well. But he is well above 500, even though he is 0-2 in the playoffs. Here's what Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report had to say on this, quote, "It's impossible to argue with the overall results. Nagy has won in spite of poor play under center, and his Bears teams have reached the playoffs more often than not. If Chicago can get better quarterback play out of Andy Dalton and or Justin Fields this season, there's little reason for Bears fans to believe they won't be postseason bound once again." And yeah, obviously in 2018, the Matt Nagy hype was huge, right? Went 12-4, won the NFC North. If it wasn't for Cody Parkey's double doink, there was a lot of magic around that team. Maybe that team makes a deep run in the playoffs. 8-8 the past couple of years, made the playoffs last year. Obviously, that's not a good enough standard there. It needs to be better, but you've made the playoffs twice. The quarterback play has been abysmal. The offensive line's been bad the past 2 seasons. If a couple of those things improve, which I think the Bears have made roster changes to improve that, Andy Dalton better than Trubisky and Foles, Justin Fields obviously the future there, some offensive line additions as well, I think this will turn out in a good direction. Now, ultimately, for Matt Nagy, his tenure is going to be determined on, can he make Justin Fields work? Can this work out? Because he couldn't make it work out with Trubisky. Now, that wasn't his guy. He didn't draft him. He wasn't that highly of him coming out of North Carolina when he was still with the Kansas City Chiefs staff. But now, he's got his guy now. The Fields pick was a Matt Nagy selection. There's no doubt about that. So he can't fail. And if he does, he's not going to be here. So it just comes down to that. But as far as making the playoffs this year, whereas we don't know how much Fields will play, I do give the Bears a decent chance because Matt Nagy has found a way to win a lot of games despite very inconsistent play on the offensive side of the ball. Do you believe in Matt Nagy? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. Let us know what you guys think down below. I still do. Now it comes down to number 1, developing under Matt Nagy. I'm going to type my 1 for yes. Now, get subscribed to the channel if you are kind of curious, what else is this show all about? Maybe this is the first time you've stumbled onto this channel. We cover the latest Bears news and rumors. We go live every single Tuesday, so if you're watching this on Monday when we release it, we'll be live tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central Time. And hey, football season is almost here. Live watch parties. What's a watch party? We're live for every single Bears game during the regular season and probably 1 or 2 preseason games as well. We have a live scoreboard. I give you guys play-by-play. Keep you guys updated with everything going on during the game. We have a lot of fun. All of that stuff and a whole lot more is what you can expect here on this channel. So you see the link down below. It's youtube.com/BearsNow. Go ahead and hit that big red button and subscribe today. Last story here. Did the Bears lowball Allen Robinson? 3 smoking Jays. It's pretty likely. Now, Adam Schefter, one of these guys that, breaks all these stories, didn't throw this one out there, but Chris Emma of 670 The Score in Chicago threw this out there, and I feel pretty good about him as a source. He claims that Chicago offered roughly $16 million per year to Allen Robinson. He also says that Robinson wanted about $20 million per year, which is what I said all along. Give Allen Robinson the Amari Cooper deal, which is about $20 million per year. Obviously, 16 per year is not even in the ballpark of that. So instead, he'll play at just under $18 million on the franchise tag this season. Let me be very clear. A $16 million per year offer, if that's the case, again, this is just what Chris Emma is saying, that's a joke, that's embarrassing, that's poor front office work led by Ryan Pace. Guys, Sammy Watkins got $16 million per year with the Chiefs like 4 years ago, and he had a major injury history and really had only been a true number 1 receiver for like 1 or 2 years of his career. Allen Robinson runs circles around Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins can't hold Allen Robinson's jockstrap, and you offered him $16 million per year? That's simply disrespectful. Like, if that's true, I understand A-Rob's frustration, and quite frankly, I am surprised that he's opted to not hold out this year. Despite all of that, the guy continues to be a pro, continues to produce, and I guarantee you he will again this year. He wanted the Amari Cooper deal, which is $20 million per year, about $100 million over 5 seasons, $60 million guaranteed. I think A-Rob is right up there with Cooper, maybe even a tick better in some areas, has been less injured the past couple of years as well. I don't get this. I think offering 16 is just pathetic. That's what, very low win number ones, but really number twos make it, high end number twos make at this point. Statistically, he's been top 5 in almost every major category the past 2 years, and you give him 16, that's just not going to do it for me. I don't like that whatsoever. I don't know why the Bears have been hesitant to pay Allen Robinson, but they have been, and that's why we are in this situation as we gear up for training camp in just about a week. I launched the new hashtag last week, and you guys can tweet it out. You can spam it in the comments. Tag me in your tweets. I'll retweet it at HGramNFL. Hashtag SignAR2022. I'm not giving up. I got a Fields jersey. Might have to get an A-Rob jersey as well, because the haters out there that think $20 million is too much, I'm going to keep fighting this fight, because if the Bears don't pay him, someone else will, because he is absolutely worth $20 million per year, in my opinion. So hashtag SignAR2022. Let's get it rocking. Reminder, get subscribed. Live show tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central Time. Hit that sub button. Share that link below at the front. It's youtube.com/BearsNow. We will see you then with the latest news, rumors, some live mailbags as well. So go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you on Tuesday.